Hey y'all, so here for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, season 2, episode 9, I believe. Let's get into it. So basically, this episode was about Amber getting her answers about the the truth to Miles and Milan's relationship. And she met up with Milan in the studio. I'm thinking they was gonna have beef because last week it left off like at a dramatic cliffhanger or whatever. Well, not really a cliffhanger, but it just left off with Amber coming into the studio. And he basically put it all out there. He was honest about everything. He said, yeah, Miles has been saying that he was with you years ago. You won't let him go. He doesn't love you. He loves me. We move in together. We got matching tattoos. You were just his friend. Like, basically downplaying his relationship with Amber. And, Amber said something to the effect of, Milan was like, he took care of Miles, bought him things, gave him money for things. And, so Amber was like, wow, so you probably paid my rent. She was like, you probably paid my rent too. And he was like, yeah, I paid your rent a couple of times. She was like, wow, thank you. And I'm like, that is crazy. So basically, everything was a lie. He was lying to the both of them. And that's why, I'm glad Amber didn't take her anger or however she felt about Miles. I'm glad she didn't take it out on Milan. But Milan was very honest with her. He told her everything. Like, basically at this time, it's time to stop lying. So, she took that information and she's like, I'm hurt and I'm going to confront him when I'm ready to confront him. So then, Willie and Omarion meet up. They playing basketball or whatever. Willie is talking about, the struggle he going through with trying to get out his contract and, providing for his family and whatnot. Omarion is like, well, it's hard to come back. But when you come back, you come back 10 times stronger than, when you left. It happens. He was like, you can come out with a hit. You cannot come out with a hit in 10 years. But then when you come back and you got that one hit, like, it's over. He was like, just keep pushing. You say hi? He's like, just keep pushing. Don't ever give up. And, I thought that was, like, really good advice that he gave. So at one point, Willie and his wife, they took the kids, like, out to, like an indoor playground they were at. And, she was basically asking, like, what's going on with the contract? What's going on with that? So he basically flat out lied and told her that he's out of the contract. So, she's thinking everything is peaches and cream. And next thing you know, she go to surprise Willie at work. And his old manager, Screwface, told him, well, he's still having a hard time getting out the contract. So that bothered Shonda because she's like, we're a team. We tell we tell each other everything. So for you to lie to me, that's wrong. Like, you trying to keep me, in the dark about stuff like this. And I mean, I get why Willie lied, but he shouldn't have. He should have just been, like, dead honest. Like, I think if he'd have been honest, it wouldn't have sent Shonda back to the strip club. But she was fiending to go back to the strip club anyway. But yeah. So what else happened? Moniece and her mother. Moniece is in the house with Rich and they're discussing her mother, and Rich is basically saying, what your mother told me, I didn't really agree with. I feel like, she was wrong in the aspect of basically saying that, she was wrong to say that, basically I should run away from this relationship. And she was also wrong for telling Fizz that he should take you to court and get full custody. So, Moniece broke down yet again. That girl is the queen of breaking down. But I mean, I get it. She broke down and was like, I hate my mom. This is typical of her or whatever. And Rich is like, well, I get it, but y'all have to mend that. Y'all have to work that out because it's not healthy. And look at your situation. It's only making it worse. So he wanted to play mediator. He brought them together. Marla, for some odd reason, thinks that the whole court thing would inspire her to do better or whatever. Like, she said something to the effect of, when you had Cameron, I told you, do what you got to do as a mother to provide for your baby. And she was like, and when you didn't do the necessary step, that's when I felt like, okay, maybe Fizz should have custody. Maybe Fizz, basically, she's basically saying if Fizz would have took her to court and got full custody, that would have inspired Moniece to be a better mother. And it's like, Moniece is saying the same thing we've all been saying since Marla popped up on our screens. Moniece would be a better mother if she had a better example of a mother. You can't sit up here and blame her for not knowing what to do as a mother when you didn't know what you was doing as a mother. And I'm pretty sure Moniece didn't want it to be this way for people to perceive her as a deadbeat mom. But, stuff happens. There's always situations. There's always legal issues. There's always something that happens in these type of situations. But, it does kind of seem... I don't know. This is just TV. We only see an hour out of these people's lives, if that. So, I do feel like Moniece needs to get it together, but I do feel like I don't feel like she's necessarily a deadbeat mom. I just feel like she never had that example set for her. So, I think it's good that Fizz is a good dad and he takes care of his kid. But at the same time, his relationship with Moniece is a mess too. So they both have their own issues. So Moniece just decided that she doesn't want to deal with her parents. She wants to figure out motherhood and all of that by herself, which I can respect, because sometimes when your parents are too involved in your relationship, your parenting skills and all of that, it becomes messy. Because it's like people telling you how to raise your kid, So, what's the next thing that happened? So, like Ashley Miller said a couple of weeks ago, Princess must have struck a fat ass nerve with Tierra. Now all of a sudden Tierra want to get liposuction. And honestly, when Tierra Marie came out 10 years ago, with her first album, she wasn't as big as she is now. Granted, I don't even think she's big. I don't think it's something she, like, all she gotta do is go in the gym and, get her waist training on and do a few crunches or whatever. I don't think liposuction. I think liposuction is for people, well, for one, who can afford it, and for two, for people who really, really, really have a really hard time losing weight. So, I don't feel like she needed liposuction. Like, it's not like you big as a friggin' house, You just put on a little pounds, that's all. And to me, it looked good on her. But whatever. So, yeah, she went and she got liposuction, and Hazel and Nikki went to go visit her. And she said that she felt like she said she felt like a bus ran over her. And, Nikki is worried that she might not be ready she might not be healed in time for their fashion show. So her and Hazel meet outside and they're speaking about who they could get to help with the fashion show. Now, Hazel met up with Princess prior, and Princess was speaking to her about her line, Princess Love Collection. Love Connection? Jeez. Princess Love Collection. And, since Hazel is a publicist and she has her own like company called Girl Code Inc., where she basically what is it exactly? I forgot the word. But where she basically teams up with women and she help brand them, like help empower them basically. And I think that's a good thing. Like, I'm all for female empowerment. Get from over there. Get from over there. Leave it alone. Gimme. Yeah, so, they team up and, Hazel was like, well, I know she has beef with, Tierra, but, this isn't personal. This is business. And I'm like, yeah, some people don't know that, but you already know it's going to get messy because Tierra and Princess don't get along. So, Amber and Miles finally meet up. And, Miles basically, she was asking Miles all these questions. Like, I want the God honest truth about everything between you and Milan. And, you know, Miles is like, yeah, we're together, we're this, we're that. And, you know, so Amber is like, I'm very hurt because you've been lying on me to him about how I'm nobody, I'm just your friend. I can't let you go and all this other stuff. So she's bothered by everything that Miles has said, which she has a right to be, but Amber needs to take some of that blame and she needs to take responsibility for it because you were in denial the whole time. You knew, like, the signs were there. Everybody was telling you that he was gay or like something is not right, and you chose to ignore that. So in you choosing to ignore that, you kind of played a part in getting your heart broken too, because if you would have asked him a long time ago, hey, are you gay, or pulled him to the side like, hey, is this something you want to tell me, then maybe you could have avoided this. But the fact that you kept putting it off, not putting it off, but the fact that you kept ignoring it and just shrugging it off, you need to take some of the blame for that too. I mean, that's mainly what I got to say. But overall, that was the episode. It wasn't really a lot that happened. It was just like, you know, the same scenes with the same people. Yeah. So, I mean, next episode looks like it's going to be pretty good. More drama. Like I said, Tiara and Hazel look like they going to get into it because of the whole princess thing. But yeah, that was the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to do Black Ink Cruise Chicago next, because I just finished watching it. So, see you guys next video. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And I will see you next video. Later.